I probably shouldn't let the intro play here. I know that Konami can be pretty strict about copyright, because a friend I have who streamed Castlevania Symphony of the Night had quite a lot of the audio blocked because it had Konami pieces from it. So yeah, I'm not taking chances with Snake Eater. Maybe something else in here that's copyrighted, but eh. Hopefully it shouldn't be too bad with YouTube. I doubt they'd mute the video because of it. That's a bit too extreme. Metal Gear Solid 3. I don't love this game like some other people do, mainly in terms of plot, but gameplay, this is probably the best in the series I've played so far. Granted, I've barely spent time with Metal Gear Solid 5, I probably only played about an hour of it. I just wasn't in the right mood for it, but this game, I do really like the gameplay. Mainly just because of how much variety you can have. Like, mainly with this playthrough I'm doing right now. If you didn't read the description, I'll briefly explain it here. I'm going to be playing on this difficulty, not quite European Extreme, and I will be killing pretty much every enemy I come across. I don't think I'll bother with animals because I think that's not really too exciting. But I think it'll be a bit thrilling when it comes to killing every enemy in sight. And this will include reinforcements. I will intentionally let myself get caught at times just so that reinforcements can show up and have a little duel with them. I'm not doing this on European Extreme because that's going to be a bit too annoying for me. I am not an expert at this game by any means. I think this kind of playthrough can be done on European Extreme because you can just fire off a gunshot and that would make the enemies call for reinforcements. But I don't feel like doing that. Maybe if I was better at the game, but I haven't even done 2 full playthroughs of this. I just mess around a lot in my current hard mode playthrough, and let's see how well Extreme goes. Don't know how I feel about playing the cutscenes here. I'll let them go and just...
The world was split into 2, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
I think I'll just throw in some snarky comments here and there. Probably not trying to talk over too much. It's kind of hard to do it with a game like Metal Gear Solid. These games are just way too cinematic. And this is one of the lighter games in terms of cutscenes. David Hayter. It sucks that he wasn't in 5. Oh well. The new guy doesn't seem bad, but Hayter was just iconic.
Flying over Pakistan. Altitude 30,000 feet.
Approaching Soviet airspace.
20 minutes to drop off.
Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute.
All right. You ready to go?
Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass. Cav okay.
Good. We've got high visibility.
I don't know why, but I find it amusing that we start off with a dark sky and the rest of the game is pretty bright in terms of lighting. I mean, I get why it's dark. It just seems like a huge contrast to me.
Oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask. Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
You'd be surprised.
Approaching release point.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey, are you deaf?
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
Gotta follow orders, unfortunately. Yeah, a whole camera shot dedicated just to throwing a cigar away.
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
I just noticed that they put the title of the game on the helmet. Real subtle, guys.
External temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius.
Ugh.
2 minutes to drop off. Stand up.
You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour.
Hey there, Dragon Blue.
Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
I know this is pretty different from what I've been streaming before, but I hope you get some enjoyment out of it.
The world's first Halo jump.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by.
Oh yeah, get used to the cutscenes, there's a lot of them.
Status okay. All green.
Prepare for drop-off. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread your wings
And fly. God be with you.
Yes, sir. If you look below the video, you'll see this is Metal Gear Solid 3. Hi, Hideo. But anyway, just a heads up, one could argue that this is more cutscene heavy than Kingdom Hearts 2.
The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the virtuous mission.
Virtual mission.
No, the virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be...
Also, sorry if the audio fluctuates. This game can be pretty quiet and pretty loud depending on what's going on.
Ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB 754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov. Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same.
These games can be pretty rooted in reality, like as you can see here, but there is quite a lot of fictional elements to it.
But there was no god.
Well spoken.
Like, this game can be pretty far-fetched at times,
Orbit was the A1, known as the Vostok rocket.
so indulge in the seriousness while it
Sokolov is said
lasts.
to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau. That's quite a success story. So why did he want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid.
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the west.
Well, that's good at
Mole
least.
to get the family out first, and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards.
That must have
I
been
was
tough.
the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600
I don't really get that.
miles
How
to
exactly
from
was he
the
exhausted?
facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th,
Yeah, I forgot just how slow these cutscenes are.
We received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba. The President demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba.
Admittedly, I forgot a lot about the details of the Cuban Missile Crisis. History wasn't my biggest thing. Yeah, I did see a trailer, Dragon. Let's just hope they stick to that. And hello, Flash.
The Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba. And so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust.
Yeah, I'm kinda just seeing through cutscenes just for the heck of it.
The Soviets to pull their missiles out,
At least there are
we had to make a
subtitles.
deal.
You mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
Apparently.
What the hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's command. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital.
How much of Metal Gear Solid are you familiar with, Flash?
Sokolov kept on screaming.
I'll answer that question once I hear an answer.
Then a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No. Missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No. According to our intelligence, he's in Selino-Yarsk, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin
Okay.
Cliffs. Nice name for a...
Okay, so this is the next game for you to see
They
then.
moved him there just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility.
It could be
This
just
is our
much more
last chance.
dangerous.
Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us.
So yeah, now we gotta get Sokolov back before he creates a weapon of mass destruction. But yeah, in Metal Gear Solid 3, it actually takes place several decades before the first two MGS games. And here we're actually playing as Big Boss. I wasn't a Metal Gear Solid fan at the time of this game's release,
Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate
mainly because I was still a kid
Selino-Yarsk
at the time, so I
Soviet
wasn't even old enough
mountains.
to
Ensure
play
the
it.
safety of Sokolov and bring him back to the west.
But that must have been interesting for Metal Gear Solid fans, considering what Big Boss meant, or who Big Boss was built up as.
Before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking.
Like, he was the antagonist of the first two games, so actually playing as him must have been pretty cool.
Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be
These
pumped
R1
into the
segments
balloon
are
to
kinda
inflate it.
cool.
The process takes about 20 minutes.
There are some hidden ones throughout the game.
The gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat-proven.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat talon?
She's equipped with two 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as two 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel
I forgot how much this dialogue is
is
pointless.
Time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Like, it just hit me that a bunch of this here is just fluff.
But if anything goes wrong,
You'll be eating dinner, breakfast.
and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
Ah. Well, fortunately, you can get almost all of them on the PS3 if you're ever able to get that. Like, PS3 should be pretty cheap nowadays. But yeah, there's one game called the Metal Gear Solid Legacy Collection, which is what I have, and it has almost every Metal Gear Solid game on there. It has 1 through 4, Peace Walker. What else? Oh yeah, in this version of Metal Gear Solid 3, it actually comes with Metal Gear 1 and 2. Like, before Metal Gear Solid, so... yeah, you get the vast majority of the games. Like, all that's missing is Metal Gear Rising, which you don't even play as Snake. It doesn't even have to do with the rest of the games. Well, it kinda does, but it's not even a stealth game. And of course there's Metal Gear Solid 5 as well, which does have a PS3 version, fortunately. Okay, something I found out recently about this game, if you hit triangle during cutscenes, it actually zooms in. I didn't figure that out until just recently. I don't think I will ever stop warning about this game. It has so many secrets. And it's so fun to find them all.
Do you copy?
And hello, Dustin.
Already in enemy territory, and somebody might be
Nice to see you come in.
From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on.
And this
You're
is
not
the true
to
origin
mention
of
your real
Snake.
name.
Snake?
Oh, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
You've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training?
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom. This will be a sneaking mission.
I forget, what's his real name?
Seen by the enemy.
Is it listed here?
Leave no trace of your presence.
Okay, it's not.
This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Not completely.
Now I see why you asked me
Not
about
yet.
snakes. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No, there's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I
Major
supposed
Zero?
to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also
There's
find
nothing
the
too
medical
special
supplies
about
in your
him.
backpack.
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
So get it.
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then. You know
High
where it is?
frame rate?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
To climb a tree, stand in front of a tree.
Oh,
that's
we
covered
don't
in-
need to know this. I know how to do that. Okay, so right there he said Soviets may be listening in on us, yet we're still going to be talking about crucial information. Great logic. Now I actually want to go this way, even though it's not the correct way in order to advance towards a backpack. Because there's life medicine here. That is super rare, and I'm going to get as much of it as I can. I actually don't think I found... Okay, never mind. I actually did find one piece of life medicine in my first playthrough, but... it's still really rare. And, okay, there's nothing here yet. Normally there's ammo, but we don't have guns, so I guess it makes sense for them to not have ammo. I don't think they did tell us how to crawl, though. I'd actually be kind of interested for someone who picked this up as their first Metal Gear Solid game. Plot-wise, it's not a bad game to start with, but gameplay, I'm not too sure on that. I still think it's best to start with Metal Gear Solid 1. Even though that game does have some
you've
issues.
retrieved your backpack, Snake.
Still brilliant.
To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack.
Oh, if there was an
In the
important
survival
conversation
viewer,
here, I'd
choose
skip it.
weapon from the backpack. Your available weapons will be displayed in a window in the upper left. From that list, choose the weapon you want to equip and press the enter button.
This does bring up
For
one of the
other
problems with
equipped
Metal
items,
Gear Solid
just do the
3.
same thing from item.
You spend quite a lot of time in the
Use
menu in this
survival
game.
viewer backpack.
Yep, that's right. Survival is
Like a
fundamental to
bitch.
this mission. After you've been out in the field for a while, your stamina will start to drop.
I'll do it in battle.
If stamina gets too low,
Like,
it'll
it's no
affect
fun
your
to skip him.
performance. You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your
Yeah, it shouldn't take me that
heal
long.
smoothly. Keep an eye on your
My first
stamina so you
playthrough,
don't
it only
run
took
out.
me like
To recover lost
40
stamina, you
minutes,
can hunt
which
for local
I've heard some
flora and
people
fauna.
say they went like an hour,
Use either
2
your
hours, and
tranquilizer
I didn't
gun
go
or
that
your
far on
knife
my
to
first.
My only weapon
But
is
my
a
second
Mark
playthrough, I
22
beat him
crushed
in
loving tranquilizer
15
gun.
minutes. Like, as long as you can keep up with his
It's fitted with
footprints,
its
he's
own
not that
suppressor.
tough.
However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire.
Unless you're on very
Once
easy
durability
mode.
reaches zero, the
On very
non-suppressed
easy, you
effect
get
will be gone.
tranquilizer with a
So don't get
suppressor
too
that
trigger-happy
never
with it.
depletes.
The suppressor's durability is shown in the icon. Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
Nah, couldn't we skip some of this by saying that we like MGS3?
Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Like, it would have been
Solo
amazing if that
covert
option
actions
not only
standard
provide you some
Fox
benefits, but
operating
also
procedure.
skip the tutorials.
Can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily waste. The same goes for bullets and cartridges, too. Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare. There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. It could spark an international incident.
Yeah.
You can't let anyone see you. You can't let the enemy know you're there. This is a stealth mission. You're
That really
alone
put a lot of
in
pressure on me when I
every
first played
sense
this
of the word.
game.
There'll be no
Like,
rest
it made it
until
feel like
you
it being caught was so much more
you
punishing than the
discover
other
deny
games,
any
but
involvement in the
no.
affair.
If anything, it's lighter than
Just
the
have
other
to take care
games.
of myself, huh?
I'm afraid so.
Mainly because reinforcements are actually limited, and if you keep on fighting, you can
SAS
eventually kill them
guidelines
all.
stipulate that soldiers on covert ops like this one be issued a potassium cyanide capsule. Tape it to your body so you can take it when you need to.
Oh, right, the fake death pill.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy. It will send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really dead. So how do I come
On
back
extreme
to life?
difficulty, you
Just
only
take
get
the
one
revolver.
of these.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth?
So,
before the
yeah.
mission?
That's the one. But be
I'm actually
careful.
not sure if I should
Remain in a
put it
state of
towards the
false
death
for
counter.
too long. Nothing
Because
will
that's
be able to
basically
bring you
me
back.
saying I can't get out of this alive.
I'll keep it in mind.
Well,
You
maybe
said this
depending
was
on the
a solo
situation.
mission, Right?
Right.
I guess that means I can't.
But yeah,
count
on
on
very
anybody.
easy, you actually get 10
Correct.
fake death pills.
Mission rests entirely in your hands.
So yeah, that's
Real
pretty crazy.
one-man army.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back
Very
you
easy
up
is
over the
practically baby mode.
radio. I'll introduce them to you. This time, survival is of utmost importance. The first member of the support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak, as well as recording your mission data. He's a member of Fox as
I'm surprised
well.
they didn't outright say
He's
save
here
your
from the
game.
gunship with me.
Didn't they say that in MGS1?
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic. Nice to meet you.
Yo.
Paramedic.
As in a medic who comes in by parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
And they call you Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one has a name.
Well
What's
spoken.
your name?
Jane Doe.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive. My frequency is 145.73.
She's also in charge of
I'm surprised they
recording
didn't
your
stick to
mission
Mei
data.
Ling's codec
Whenever you
number.
want to save, send
Oh,
a message
never
over the
mind.
reserved
I
save
forgot.
frequency, 140.96.
So
I forgot
she
she uses two different frequencies.
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake.
Ah, this convo.
Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss, don't you?
Alright.
A legendary
Take care.
soldier and your mentor. Actually, it was the boss that got the DCI's authorization in the first place. She's going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
Boss is?
She also helped me plan this mission. She and I were at SAS together.
Jack, is that you? How many years has it been?
Yeah, I'm gonna be quiet.
Boss?
That's right. It's me. Talk to me. Let me hear your voice.
It's been 5 years, 72 days, and 18 hours.
You've lost weight.
You can tell just by the sound of my voice.
Of course I can. I know all about you.
Really? Well, I don't know anything about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
I was on a top secret mission. You didn't need me anymore.
But there were still so many things I wanted you to teach me.
No, I taught you everything you needed to know about fighting techniques. I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier? I can't teach you that. A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body, and technique. And the only thing you can learn from someone else is technique. In fact,
I know.
technique doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit. Spirit and body are like two sides of a single coin. They're the same thing. I can't teach you how to think. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself.
I still like
Listen
them.
to me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be. Having personal feelings about your comrades is one of the worst sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the battlefield. And politics are a living thing. They change along with the times. Yesterday's good might be tomorrow's evil.
Is that why you abandoned me?
No, it had nothing to do with you. I already told you, Jack. I was on a top-secret mission. A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. It's not his place to question why. But you're looking for a reason to fight. You're a natural-born fighter, but you're not quite a soldier. A soldier is a political tool, nothing more. That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place in his mission. He has no enemies and no friends. Only the mission. You follow the orders you're given. That's what being a soldier is.
I do whatever I have to get the job done. I don't think about politics.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you. In the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Being patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country.
I follow the president and the top brass. I'm ready to die for them if necessary.
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up, others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
People aren't the ones who dictate the missions.
Then who does?
The times. People's values change over time, and so do the leaders of a country. So there's no such thing as an enemy in absolute terms. The enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times. As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And that's the way a soldier's supposed to think?
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission, Jack.
All right, but do me a favor.
What is it?
Call me Snake.
Snake? Oh, right. Your codename is Snake. It suits you well.
That's right. The legendary unit that the boss put together during World War II was a snake. The Cobra unit. A group of heroes that brought the war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine. Isn't that right, Snake?
Yeah. I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have with me. Oh, and one more thing, boss.
Yes?
It's good to hear your voice again.
Same here. After all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive? Snake, you are always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those CQC techniques I taught you are sure to come in handy.
CQC? Close quarters combat, huh?
Just in
I've been
case
to
you
Green
didn't get
Berets for
that.
the past few years. I'm probably pretty rusty.
Not to worry. I'll be here to help you remember. After all, this is your first actual survival mission. I'll be supporting you over the radio.
Where are you, boss? Next to the Major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
My frequency is 141.80.
Thank you, Internet.
Call me if you need my advice on battle techniques.
Gotcha.
Your mission is to retrieve Dr. Sokolov. Dr. Sokolov is being held in an abandoned factory located to the north of your current position. Avoid heavy combat and don't let anyone see you. Don't forget that this is a stealth mission.
Yeah, I'm already half an hour into the stream,
The basics of CQC.
and there has been no combat yet. I like to say the worst of it is over, but there's going to be a lot near the end.
Commencing virtuous mission now.
You'll see what I mean. But yeah, I'm not going to be using this tranquilizer gun. Just going to take off the suppressor. I do want to capture some animals, though. Mainly because since I'm going to be playing this game, I'll basically be playing this once every night. The animals are going to rot. Could have sworn there would be a snake around here. Oh, there it is. It can be a bit hard to see at times. But yeah, I'm not going to use the suppressors. Okay, the ammo should be here now. I hope it is. Yep. Yeah, we just need to get the backpack. And those are for later. I'll probably just kill the rest of the animals I find. And let's move out. Okay, yeah, you don't have too much on right now. Oh, that's right, I better adjust my camouflage. Yeah, I'm also going to be going through with very little camouflage. Just cuz. Granted, yeah, this is worse. But only worse in certain areas, and naked is just bad all around. On top of that, I lose more stamina. I feel like the scientistic camo that I get later on is even worse, but I don't have it right now. And I'm just going to be sticking with naked so that way I don't have to consistently change to match with the environment. And yeah, I might as well put a giant target on my head. Just so that the enemy knows where to shoot. Oh yeah, I will actually do this with my gun though. Yeah, I probably should have done this before I picked up the ammo back there. I do actually want to get some magazines from this. Yeah, I'll just use 2 magazines for now. Maybe I'll get more later, but we'll see. Hello. Unfortunately, I'm pretty certain you can't capture these guys alive. So, just gotta stab them over and over. Which isn't hard at all if you're able to keep on stabbing. It just takes a little while. And 3 pieces of food from there. Awesome. Oh boy. And I believe that's a suppressor for my tranquilizer, but not going to be using it. Okay. Pretty certain there's a crocodile hidden in there. Yeah, you're not the only one that's capable of camouflage. I know there's a crocodile and there's also an item I can find. Oh, there he is. Yeah, I'll kill this guy right now. I better not miss any of my hits. Oh boy. Or I could just grab the grenade right there. But yeah, I believe they were calling to tell me, hey, your health is low, you should recover. Wasn't expecting to die to a crocodile, but, well. I'd really rather not use my life medicine here of all places. I'll take it out just in case. Yeah, I only got one of those. I'm not using it here. Just gonna have those ready. While my objective is to kill, I'll still kind of mess around with the enemies at some point. That's always fun to do.
Major. I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
Hey, you know I'm skipping this. We really don't get much important from this.
Snake?
They're basically just saying, make sure you sneak through them, don't bother confronting them. But that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Because I can. Okay, now, since I don't have an actual killing weapon, you may think this would be a little difficult, as I may need to get up close. Not the case at all. Yeah, there is a sniper rifle hidden in the back here. So yeah, we are perfectly capable of shooting down the enemies right here. Right. I can't have it equipped, otherwise I'll go straight into the zooming mode. Okay, so I'm not going to let them call reinforcements just yet. Instead, I want to do this. Because I am 12 years old. He actually saw me. Jeez, enemies have a lot of vision on extreme. And my cutscene. My camo is garbage, yeah. Okay, I know there's another guy over here. I did play through the tutorial a few times just to make sure I was familiar with what I was doing. So yeah, there's not going to be anything too extreme right now. And yes, I am going to try to kill this guy the exact same way. Come on. Okay, now just come back. Well, at least I'm getting my health back. Very, very slowly. Oh, that's right, his body. I should actually try to take what I can. Please be a grenade. Or tranquilizer bullets. Yeah, that's the last thing I need. Where'd he go? Up. Okay, yeah, we're not going to get a good crotch shot from here. Unless... Up. That was my bad. Oh. Hello. There we go. And we're not in caution anymore. Idiot didn't even bother calling. Okay, I believe there are 2 more guards here. Okay, I think there's another one around here. Oh, there we go.
Who's that?
I am not used to their extreme vision. I actually thought I was safe there. Well, gotta get ready. I really wanted to get as many crotch shots as possible just for a certain something later on in the game. But, I won't fret over it. And will they spot me? I don't even see them. Okay, they should be looking around now. Oh!
Over there? I see it.
There we go. Oop. Damn it, missed. Yay. Ah, get back out of there. Oh. Hello. Real nice use of camouflage you've got there. Yeah, this is where a game can get loud. I don't really pay attention to Call of Duty. I'm not really that big into shooters. There we go. I just think it's really fun to mess with the guards in this game. Oh, there's another. Oh, hello. Yeah, I still don't think this will be that tricky. Especially not compared to my Kingdom Hearts 2 run. Like, that was brutal. Yeah, they're too close for me to snipe. Let's hide back here. Oop. That game's controls.
Cover!
Whoa. Yeah, I'll fight back with grenades. I think I got one of them. Oh, wow, I'm low on ammo. Yeah, I think I'll stick to close quarters combat. Oh, he's limping. Good. Oh boy. Yep, I'm dead. Wow. First area and I'm already dead. Because I messed around with a crocodile earlier.
Have to get up! Snake! Snake!
Okay, hopefully this won't be so bad. Never mind, my health is still garbage. Well, I was expecting this to go way better. I think I'll go for crotch shots whenever it's easy, but other than that, I'll stick with headshots. It's not worth risking my life over a joke. Come on. Yeah, ammo's not exactly easy to come by for a sniper rifle, so I gotta use these carefully. Whatever ammo these guys drop seems to be random. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for the headshot. And these guys over here still didn't hear that gunshot. That's pretty weird if you ask me. Oop.
This is HQ.
I thought that would kill.
We're under enemy fire. Enemy's position is unknown. Going into alert formation.
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements. Use extra caution.
I do really like this caution music.
What's wrong?
Huh, it worked. I thought there'd be others. Just gonna have to be cautious here. Not what I wanted. Oh. Hello. That first one didn't count. Well, I got them all. I thought another wave of reinforcements would come. But I guess that can only happen during an alert phase, maybe? Well, a smoke grenade's kinda nice, I guess. I probably won't use it too much. And what do you have? Please, someone here have sniper bullets. Thank you. Exactly what I needed. Ooh, shaft grenades. I don't know how useful those will be here, but those are nice to see. Unfortunately, I do need to take a small break. I was just called to do something. Hold on. And I'm back. Just had something to take care of. I might as well eat this now.
Not too bad.
Yeah, I'll take that. And yes, I'm gonna go in with this little health. Just because. Hi there, Mason, and yes, I am playing the game. I'm not entirely certain of what you're getting at. Hello. Alright, the beehive. I like Snake's smile there. But unfortunately, this is a run where I have to kill everyone, so... I'm not gonna bother. I'm not gonna bother for a crotch shot. Huh. This is my first time playing Extreme, actually. I've actually never fully completed this game twice. I still have an incomplete hard mode file. Come on.
What's wrong?
I totally shot him in the crotch. Don't care about those bullets. I know I might as well actually ask something, Mason. As far as reinforcements go, do more reinforcements come during an alert phase? Because I noticed that, well, when I was back in the first area, a couple of waves of reinforcements came when I was in an alert, but during the caution phase, only one wave appeared. It's been a while since I fought the Fury, so I'm not sure what that's going to be like. I do remember him giving me a hard time on my normal playthrough, though. Vulcan, I didn't find him that tough on normal, but don't know about here. But yeah, I'm going to go to alert phase to see if I can get more enemies to appear. Yo.
Who's that?
I will not take damage. A jump snake. You gonna call? There we go.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. Enemy sighted. Requesting backup.
What's going on?
Aw, come on! Please don't let that cancel the alert. Okay, good.
Confirm their status.
Please come here. There we go. Alright. I don't fully understand how I'm getting those kill shots like that. Whatever. And no more gonna appear. Yeah, if you know exactly how reinforcements work, please let me know. I'd like to kill as many as people as possible, but I'm not quite as familiar with this game as I'd like to be. Thank you. I'm mainly going for all of these just to see what that event later on in the game is like, if you know what I'm talking about. I'm just curious. I'd like it for it to be every soldier here, but they're not cooperating. And I've still got a decent amount of shots left. But fortunately, they give us this gun here. It's like they knew some players would want to go on a killing spree, so they just gave us the weapons right here. Just for those who are curious enough to explore. I take it you're talking to soldiers with radios? Well, what I'm referring to is more about how many reinforcements appear. Would they need to consistently call? I don't think so, because when I was in the first area, that didn't happen. They only called once, and several waves of reinforcements appeared. You know, I should save. I just realized that. I actually did do some practice runs in this area, and I died quite a few times in this zone. This cutscene's not necessary.
Your objective.
Yeah, we know. Just had to be sorry for being late. And now to save before anything goes wrong.
Saving the games?
I don't think I'm gonna bother with paramedics movie conversations. I'm already spending a lot of time with the story cutscenes as is, so I'm not gonna bother with the codex. Maybe for a select few that I really like. You can find the codex pretty easily on YouTube. I'm pretty certain there's a compilation of all paramedics and movie codex. Goodbye. The triangle button is magic. I'll have this just in case. I will be using items like stun grenades, which don't kill, just as long as they support the final kill. Like, I'm not gonna use the tranquilizer. I mainly only have it out just to kill animals to eat or to get some magazines. But as for hitting enemies with it, I'm not allowing that. Already spotted. There we go.
HQ respond. What's wrong?
What's going on? Respond.
How's this guy not dead?
Support unit, confirm their status.
Oh no, I am not going to be finding the support unit here. I'm going to be calling a pincer, so I should run. And here we go. This will make things much easier. So now I'm kind of going to do what I did before. I'm just going to let myself be cornered and have the enemies come to me. Kill him. There we go. Oh, more life medicine. Good. But yeah, there's going to be a ton of enemies coming from all sides, so this is the best way to deal with them. Oh, they already missed me. And what to use? Fine, I'll use this.
Cover!
No. Oh god, that was stupid of me. Do not crouch, snake. I really hate it when that happens.
What happened? Snake! Snake!
I just hold X for a little bit too long and it puts me in a disadvantageous position. Really? Thank you.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. We're under enemy fire. Enemy's position is unknown. Going into alert formation.
Acknowledged.
Oh, I just saw that guy. Yeah, I'll take you on a bit. Hold on. Just gotta get equipped. Kind of annoying that I gotta switch weapons in again, but I'll live with it.
HQ respond.
This is HQ.
There we go. Oh, that's how it works? Huh. Okay then. If that's the case, then I'm not going to bother with having them constantly respawn. That's just going to be way too tedious. Hello. And hi, slowdown. Hasta la vista. Okay, where are the others firing from? You know what? I have that life medicine. I'm using it. There's another one there, so if I can just run over to it, I'll be fine. Come on. I guess I'm not the best with aiming. And where are the others? Up, there we go. Yep, more of the support showing up. Up. Where am I being... There we go. Okay. I'll go get that life medicine. Oh! Hello. That's not lethal enough, so let's change that. Come here. Yeah, I'm really not as good with the crotch shots as I'd like to be.
I see him.
Well, I got him on his knees.
Cover! Grenade!
I should use that life med now. And yeah, I'm just gonna tank him. Did he drop a grenade near his allies? There we go. Okay, I just want at least one more crotch shot. Come on, game. Do you not see me? Where's the other? Whoa, there they are. There we go. Up. My Metal Gear Solid 4 instinct sometimes takes over and I hit R1 for what is it? Going into CQC. I do think those are better controls, but it just makes coming back to this game a bit annoying. Oh, I destroyed the radio. Yeah, you keep on running. You see me, but you can't do anything about me. Hello. Thought I heard gunfire somewhere else, but whatever. Whoa. Hello. Well, I got my sniper bullet, so... Die. And of course he stood right next to an explosion and didn't flinch. No. Face the other way, please. There we go. Yep, this is what you meant. They're gonna keep on showing up till I kill this guy. I have to be 12 years old about this. I think I've done enough killing though, so I'm just gonna go straight to Sokolov. I believe I can go there if I'm on the caution phase. There we go. That took longer than I was expecting. Just hope it wasn't boring. I can see that getting a bit monotonous, but hopefully things will get more interesting soon. Yo.
You must be Sokolov. Are you one of Volgin's men?
Yes, because Volgin is totally a Japanese name.
No. I'm a CIA agent. I've come to escort you back to the other side of the Iron Curtain.
Oh yeah. When I was first playing this game, it was on a different disc.
Yeah.
The disc was actually kind of dirty, and one of Sokolov's lines here just kept on repeating over and over until I turned the game off.
Zero.
I have a message from him.
What?
Yeah, having a bad disc sucks.
To tell you sorry for being so
I actually couldn't finish the game because of it. One of the areas just wouldn't load.
Did he now?
What does it mean?
It means he's a man of his word. But we've got no time for this. You have to get me out of here before they arrive.
Oh yeah, I think this couple of cutscenes is like 10 minutes long.
Colonel Volgin of Gru. You in the West know him as Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt? Never heard of him.
He's a member of the Army's extremist faction, a man who seeks to seize control of the motherland. Since the Cuban Missile Crisis 2 years ago, Khrushchev has been pursuing a policy of peaceful coexistence with the West.
I love these real-life cutscenes mixed into the game.
Criticism from hawks in the army and the provincial authorities, Khrushchev has managed to suppress the opposition so far. But the failure of his agricultural policies has put him in a precarious position. And on top of that, the tragedy last November.
President Kennedy's assassination.
Mm-hmm.
Precisely. In a sense, Khrushchev has lost his biggest partner, and his power base is rapidly crumbling away. A certain group is plotting to use this opportunity to seize power by rallying the anti-government forces, overthrowing Khrushchev, and installing Brezhnev and Kosygin in his place. The mastermind behind this plot is Colonel Volgin of the GRU. He has control over another secret weapons research facility much like this one, OKB-812, known as the Granin Design Bureau, and is using it to further his plans.
Why even bother with those codenames if they're just going to tell us a completely different name?
Secret weapon I have been developing here and use it as leverage in his bid for power.
Alright, can I zoom in here? No. I didn't think so. There we go. That would.
That they are going to make their move during the test.
Then, the soldiers outside.
Exactly. They wouldn't need that many men just to keep me inside.
There weren't even that many, assuming they don't call for reinforcements. I think there was only like 4 or 5 of them.
Even if it meant killing me in the process, or so it would seem. Volgin will come. I'm sure of it. You must get me out of here before then.
Leave it to me.
By the way, your Russian is superb.
It translates directly into English.
Where did you learn to speak it?
From my mentor.
I wonder how it would have sounded in the Russian localization.
America is truly a frightening country.
Having second thoughts?
No. I have no love for this place. Let's go.
And let's head out then. I am so glad there's no escort mission here.
Major, this is Snake. Sokolov is safe with me. He's doing fine. No injuries.
Good work, Snake. Now hurry up and get Sokolov to the recovery point. We'll rendezvous with you there.
Roger.
What about the sentries?
I had to kill them. There was no other way. But no one will know we were involved.
I see.
What about the boss?
We lost contact with the boss some time ago.
What happened?
It's probably just a weak signal. Just hurry and get Sokolov out of there.
Yeah, we'll just go with that. Also, that sound that happened just now, it wasn't too loud, was it? I muted my microphone so that way I could briefly do something with how much noise in the background. Although I do need to push on a button on the mic in order to unmute it. I just hope it's not too loud. You're not gonna scare anyone. I don't even know what he's doing. Was he trying to do a Kamehameha there? That's what it looked like. He was making the hand motion. Aw, come on, we killed you.
Freeze!
Man, the frame rate in this game dips.
So this is the legendary boss.
You.
Huh? We meet at last.
You're from the Ocelot unit of Spetsnaz.
This was a nice
What are
introduction.
you doing here?
Soldier?
Those pretty lips. Now stop messing around.
He's the Ocelot commander.
Even though messing around is exactly what these guys are about to do.
And don't you forget it.
Sokolov is ours.
I just noticed how pixelated
Get
his
out
ear
of here.
was.
And Ocelot never lets his prey escape.
What?
Oh, come on, you guys can shoot him in that time. Like, I'm pretty certain this isn't DBZ where he's doing all this in like a single second. That was so cool and stupid at the same time. Now let's see how well he does against Snake. And kill his own men. Must be a precious hat.
I can't say it feels good to kill a comrade, even if it is for the Gru.
Sokolov, take cover.
Bring it.
Huh. You're not the boss, are you?
How can he meow?
Crew operatives!
Alright.
What is that stance? Huh. That gun.
Oh, if only I had the easy gun equipped.
If you're not the boss, then die.
I do like the choreography here. Bye.
Major! Leave it! Shoot the other one!
He said shoot. Way to listen. Like, wow, these guys suck. Like, I get it can be tough when Snake's holding the others as a shield, but that's pretty not the case here. Say goodnight, Floppy. No one's gonna get that. Oh, I wish we could actually do that in gameplay.
first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do, but testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique.
You filthy American dog!
Like, can he not react to his arm being turned like that? Like, I would at least try something with my other arm.
Fancy shooting. You're pretty good.
Pretty good.
You know, shouldn't we kill the guys who are just
Major,
asleep?
do you read me?
I read you. Snake, you alright?
I've run into a few snags. These guys were after Sokolov too. Apparently they were taking orders from a GRU colonel named Volgan.
A GRU colonel?
Part of an internal Soviet power struggle, according to Sokolov. Something between the KGB and GRU. Between Khrushchev's supporters and Volgan's.
Sokolov was being guarded by the KGB and hunted by GRU? Snake, it sounds like this could be even hotter than Cuba.
I don't like it. Something about the whole thing stinks.
I agree. You'd better hurry.
Sokolov ran off by himself, but I'll catch up to him.
We're counting on you.
Okay, now for this part. So yeah, I kind of want to kill off these guys because they saw us, and we were told to be like a ghost and make sure nobody sees us because we're not supposed to be in Soviet territory. But how to go about this? Can I get anything from these guys? And oh my god, that cannot be comfortable. Anything? Also, holy crap, my stamina is draining fast. Like, look at that. Yeah, it doesn't look like they have anything. I know that Ocelot here has a mouse trap. Apparently this can be used for catching that legendary snake. I forget what it's called. I'm not interested in hunting it, though. And Jesus, my stamina's going down.
What can I say?
Yeah, that'll do. Actually, do I have in my inventory? Just gonna check. I do not. There's another type of grenade I could have gotten called the WP grenade, which sets people on fire. I thought it would have been a little interesting to have acquired it. And I forget. I think those barrels are explosive. Yeah, this is how I'm gonna do it. I mean, why not? So yeah, as I was saying earlier, it doesn't seem like a good idea to leave these guys alive, so... Okay, nice camera shot.
In a time paradox. The Snake, you can't go changing the future like that.
Yeah, I'm aware of that, and I know I was carrying some pretty heavy stuff with a sniper rifle, machine gun, the shotgun. I don't know if I'm carrying anything too heavy in my other pockets. I was still just amazed by how quickly it was decreasing, and there's also being naked. That makes it decrease further as well. I just thought it was interesting, like, I never see it go down that quickly unless I'm using the spider camo. And yeah, since Ocelot is important to the later games, we can't let him die. But I am gonna kill everyone else. Just cuz. And time to do it in the most immature way possible. Yeah, I'll just use this. Machine guns feel a bit weird to me. Like, I expect the bullets to come out right away, but they don't. Did I not kill this guy? I shot him in the crotch, but he didn't die again. Even when they're laying on the ground, I suck at this. I have no idea if this counts towards that event later on. I know you already know about that, Mason, but I don't know, I'd rather not say that for people who are watching this that don't know about it. Because there are some people who watch my stuff and haven't played Metal Gear Solid 3. So yeah, I just don't want to bring that part up. Okay, I killed him. And goodbye. I hope that worked. I think that's all of them. And Ocelot. Just because. You know what? I actually can do something special here. I posted this on my Facebook and Twitter before I started this off, but let's decorate his face. Okay, I'm gonna use the tranquilizer for something. Yep. Yep. Just because I can. And now let's get this side or reload. I wonder what it'd be like waking up to this. And I don't think I can get his ear. I don't care about the mousetrap. Okay, now, how do I flip him over? Can I flip him over? I don't think I can. I think he needs to be slouched over at first. Like this guy. Yeah, I guess I'll continue with how it is right now. Yes, you knew it was coming. I am so dumb. How pretty. Well, I'll go even B. Well, this has been an adventure and a half. And high-low stamina. I usually heal my stamina right now, but I've actually... I think I heard it. Game? I guess it's not going to do it again. I haven't had it happen to me other than maybe that part, but I've heard it when your stamina is low enough, your stomach can growl and the soldiers can hear it. Like, fortunately there are so many animals and wildlife here, stamina is not really much of a concern.
Those men were from the Ocelot unit.
Spetsnaz?
Yes. The best crew has to offer.
And we just kicked their ass.
I'm finished.
Calm down. I'll get you out of here, I promise. And we've got some of the best backup we could ask for.
Look.
Hello.
That's what they were making you build.
Shagohod, the treading behemoth, a tank capable of launching nuclear IRBM.
It can launch nuclear missiles from that kind of terrain.
Oh yes, and without support from friendly units.
A nuclear-equipped tank capable of operating solo. Is that thing finished?
I don't know how others feel, but this is actually one of my favorite themes in the game.
It won't be truly
May sound a bit weird, but I don't know, this one sticks out to me.
Phase 2.
The weapons
I just really like that drum beat.
If it is completed and the Colonel gets his hands on it, it will mean the end of the Cold War.
The end of the Cold War?
Yes. And then the Age of Fear will truly begin.
A world war.
I had no choice but to cooperate. I didn't want to die. I wanted to see
But
my
would
wife
dying
and
be a
child
choice,
again in
or...
America. Please, take me to America, quickly.
I'll save that question for the philosophers.
They cannot complete it without my help.
Got it. Let's go.
And jumping from one cutscene to another, what else can you expect from Metal Gear Solid? But as I was saying earlier, Kingdom Hearts 2, which I did last, that has a ton of cutscenes, like 12 hours worth of cutscenes, which in terms of raw video length is more than any Metal Gear Solid game. But in terms of gameplay to cutscene ratio, any Metal Gear Solid game beats out Kingdom Hearts in terms of cutscenes. Yo. I probably shouldn't mess around with Zoom so much. Why do we have straps around our crotches? I was wondering that.
Boss?
Man, I've been coming off as immature in this stream. And I kind of am.
Good work, Jack.
What are you doing here?
Sokolov comes with me.
And this is where fiction comes into play. Well then again, the legendary hero of World War II was a female soldier. That's already pretty fictitious.
Hornets.
Yeah, this is not what you would see when you think of the Cold War. Is there any reason the cutscene stops there? Do they get too long for them to be rendered all at once? Whatever.
My friends, let us fight together again.
I have waited long for this day.
We will fight with you once more.
Oh hey, the Fury's there.
Boss.
Now
I forgot he
that
was in
all
this
five of us
scene.
are together, it's time we
He doesn't
go
actually
to
get
the
any
depths of hell
dialogue.
itself.
And sudden storm. Well,
It's
probably not a
raining
storm.
Is he crying?
A scene that makes absolutely no sense to us, but it will in the future. Yep, this is Japanese writing. And more new characters.
Kuwabara, Kuwabara.
I know what Kuwabara means, but every time I hear that, I'm gonna think of the anime Yu Yu Hakusho.
Ah, what a joyful scene.
Colonel Vogan.
Welcome to my country. And to my unit.
Boss, what is this?
I'm defecting to the Soviet Union.
Sudden. And welcome back, Flash.
Recoilless nuclear warheads. These will make a fine gift for me.
This can't be
Indeed.
happening.
Who is he? Another one of your disciples? Taking him with us?
No, this one is still just a child. Too pure for us Cobras. He has not yet found an emotion to carry into battle.
What are you talking about?
Think you can pull the trigger?
No. Ow. Like, jeez.
He's seen my face. We can't let him live.
There's the frame rate killer I was talking about.
If Khrushchev finds out about this, we're finished. He must die.
Remember this scene for later.
He's my apprentice. I'll take care of him.
There's just an interesting point to make when the time comes.
Jack, you can't come with us.
And of course they have a Cobras in the background just to further establish that point. I would have tried to grab onto her hair. Like, if you were going to reach for anything there, I think that would be the most efficient.
The new blood has been rejected.
Is that what being washed away in stream is like?
Are we done here?
That must suck.
Now, onto Sokolov's research facility.
I've lived a boring life, so I have no idea.
Shagohod is ours.
Drift away.
There's like an hour's worth of cutscenes in the prologue. I'm gonna keep on going. I do want at least to meet up with Eva. Mainly because that's when the massive amount of cutscenes stops. And there's much more gameplay.
Snake, can you hear me?
Yeah, just barely.
Snake, listen to me. You need emergency medical treatment. Can you move?
How can they tell about how badly we're injured?
You've got to get those wounds treated. Hang in there. All right, let's get you fixed up. Paramedic?
Okay, Snake. Just relax and it'll all be over before you know it. Stay with me. I've seen people in worse shape before. Think you can handle it?
I can, so we're skipping this. Just telling us how to use the cure menu. Oh yeah, might as well show off a couple things while we're here. There's some skeleton, I doubt he's really important. And something that I think is kind of interesting, but not too much. Pressing R3 makes the camera revert to how it was back in the original MGS3 Snake Eater. I do not know how people played with this camera in this type of level design. Like, granted, this camera, it could be a bit better, but... ugh. Like, this probably isn't the best place to show it off. Like, you're able at least to see the skeleton there, sort of. But yeah, this camera does not work well with this level design like it did with the past games, and our camo's actually pretty good, but then again, I think it's because we're lying down. Oh, we can actually pull our stuff out. Huh. But of course we can't fire it. What happens if we eat this? Yeah, I'm just gonna mess around here. Never tried this. Okay, it's just basically how it ordinarily goes. Now, seeing him do that animation backwards was a bit amusing. Oh. So Snake can actually die here. Huh. I don't know if I want to find out what happens. Okay. I'm not entirely certain what you're getting at, Mason. Anything else I can do to mess around with? No. Can't access my backpack. So yeah, if I wanted to mess around a bit more, I probably should have had some things prepared. But, well. I'm gonna start curing right now, but not finish it, just to see how it goes. Okay, that's what we do for cuts. So I also mentioned this in the description. Whenever I'm in battle, I'm not gonna be doing this. It's not really so much for the sake of challenge, but more for pacing, because constantly going into a menu to do this over and over is pretty annoying and breaks the pacing. What else do I need? Right, splint. And Snake still can't get up. I want to see if he could actually do anything if he was, like, almost healed. Yeah, it doesn't look like he can really do much else. No, I don't think anything special will happen if you let Snake die. I think it's just gonna be a death and we'll just start back here to heal. I may actually try seeing him die for real at some point. But that was a bit fun. But that cannot be fun. Jeez, that's gotta suck for Snake. I just noticed how he wants the Japanese face paint. Whatever. Oh, I just realized that's the boss's bandana. And we're actually using it, and he's actually using that in order to rest his arm.
To get you now. Just stay where you are. We'll drop a recovery balloon.
I never realized that. That's kind of nice. Oh yeah, and you can also see the skeleton here. I think that's the only point of the R1 message there. Or visual, whatever. Can those choppers even carry the Shagohod? Like, I don't know exactly how heavy that is, but that seems pretty difficult to do with just 5. Then again, I'm not an expert on this stuff. I just noticed that the frame rate actually isn't at an even 30 FPS. Huh. I really hope it wasn't like that during Kingdom Hearts 2 as well. Okay, now it's at 30. And now it's at 22. This may be because I don't exactly have the best laptop in the world. I'm not certain about what you mean, Flash.
Excellent. A great success. Thanks to the boss and her cobras, I have both Sokolov and the Shagohod.
What are we going to do with the girl?
Who is she?
How is she on here?
Apparently she's Sokolov's woman.
How'd she get here? Like, as far as we know, she's supposed to be on the other side of the Berlin Wall, back in America.
She's a nice catch. I'll take her. Not so fast, my dear. A kiss of death.
You KGB.
We may be able to use her. She has spunk.
He is so despicable. I guess that's why some people like him. Vulcan, that is.
Perhaps we should.
He's just a bit too one-dimensional to me.
Search facility. I think it's time I gave this marvelous new toy a try.
Colonel, even if they are our enemies, they're still our countrymen.
But it won't be me that pulled the trigger. It'll be our friend, the American defector.
You're going to nuke your fellow Russians?
Yup.
Remember the Alamo.
Colonel!
I'm pretty certain that's not the research facility we were at. Like, maybe because we go there later and everything's still intact. Yeah, for all you kids at home, don't go near any nukes. You'll probably die. Jeez, that's bright. Yes, I'll save. Nearly 2 hours and we only just finished the prologue. Yeah, Volgan's a douche. I am not playing that. I'm very certain that Konami's copyright bots will be on my ass.
Currently flying over the Arctic Ocean. Altitude 30,000 feet. Approaching Soviet airspace.
I didn't skip any other cutscenes, did I?
Drone launch point.
I shouldn't have.
Drone oil pressure and voltage are
Well, get ready for another mission briefing.
Payload oxygen supply is nominal. Power supply to payload antifreeze system shows no problems. No gusts. All systems go for drone detachment.
Fortunately, the overload of cutscenes is going to come to an end soon.
Security has gotten tighter since we were last here. We can't get as close to the ground as we did during the Virtuous mission. So instead, we'll be using one of our newest weapons. Snake, you're being given an honor on par with Alan Shepard. This is our last chance. Show your patriotism. If you fail, you'll be back in a hospital bed again, waiting for the firing squad.
They're about to explain what happened, right?
How does it feel
Yep.
to be a patient in one of the most advanced ICUs in the world?
Would you do me a favor and tell the suits about visiting hours? I'll never get better with them assaulting me day and night with their questions.
Yeah, that's gotta suck.
Brass's inquiry.
More like an interrogation. According to them, I'm a traitor and an accomplice to the boss's defection.
They're just looking for a scapegoat.
Does that mean they're after you too?
Let's just say neither one of us is going to be made a national hero out of this.
Does this mean Fox is going to die?
No. This Fox is still one step ahead of the hounds. The reason I came to see you today, Jack, it's time for Fox to clear its name.
What are you talking about?
The situation has changed. We've still got a chance to come out of this one alive.
Yeah, what kind of chance?
Don't get too excited. Here, have a cigar. It's Cuban.
I don't think we can really do that in a hospital.
This morning, I had a meeting with the CIA.
Like, was it like that back then in the 60s?
No. Something even bigger. Yesterday, the White House received an unexpected call.
President Johnson? Yes, I hear you, Mr. Chairman.
It was a hotline call from Khrushchev to President Johnson.
From the head of the Soviet Union?
That's right.
A few days ago, one of our country's main design bureaus, OKB-754, was destroyed in a nuclear explosion. At about the same time, our anti-aircraft radar picked up a signature that appeared to come from one of your military aircraft.
Yep, this is what Volgan was getting at.
Familiar to you? In retaliation, I have placed our armed forces on secondary alert. Depending on your response, I may be left with no choice but to order the military to maximum alert and unleash Armageddon. With the help of your predecessor, I was able to survive the Cuban incident. But my power is not as great as it once was. If I am to survive this crisis, I must have your full cooperation.
I should have contacted you myself. Did you know that
one of our soldiers defected to your country a week ago?
No.
So you haven't heard then? The man who arranged the defection was a GRU colonel by the name of Yevgeny Borosovich Volgin.
Is that supposed to sound like President Johnson? I have no clue what he sounds like, but he just sounds weird to me.
Who is the soldier?
Her name is the Boss.
Quite the name.
Legend. During World War II, she was the one who led us to victory in that war. In Russia, you know her as Voyvoda.
You mean the Boss? The mother of your special forces?
Yes, that's the one. And she took 2 miniature nuclear shells along with her.
The Boss took 2 miniature nuclear shells?
I'm afraid so. I believe they were a gift for her new hosts. The Davy Crockett Atomic Battle Group delivery system was completed 2 years ago. Serious problems were found with the launcher's range and precision. Although they were mass-produced, they've never been deployed in battle.
Until now.
Sokolov's research facility was completely wiped out. The whole area is polluted.
I can only offer you my deepest condolences over this terrible tragedy.
So, the Boss, with Colonel Volgin's help, stole 2 experimental nuclear shells and took them with her as a gift when she defected. Then, shortly thereafter, Sokolov's design lab, a top-secret military research facility, was destroyed by one of these weapons.
Yep.
Am I right so far?
Yes, that's correct.
And the American government denies any involvement in the affair. Is that right as well?
That's correct. We were not involved in any way.
Then what was a U.S. military aircraft doing on our radar screen? It was clearly in violation of our airspace. And yet you say it was not acting under your orders.
That's correct.
You expect me to believe that this was all the work of a single soldier?
I don't know what else to tell you.
The army insists that this is all a ploy on your part.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. Our government had nothing to do with it.
And I would like dearly to believe you. However, I'm afraid my power over the military has weakened since the Cuban incident. I will need some kind of proof that this was not the action of the American government. You have 1 week. You must catch the Boss yourselves and recover the remaining nuclear device. Then, you must find some way to prove your innocence.
Prove our innocence?
Yes, preferably something painful. Prove to me that this is not merely another one of your tricks.
The Boss should be close to Colonel Volgin. How about a little co-action?
I would not expect too much if I were you. The political situation here is unstable. And Colonel Volgin is a member of the Brezhnev faction, which seeks to topple my government. 1 week. You have only 1 week. And if it is not too much to ask, do something about Volgin as well.
What is that supposed to mean?
Nothing. Means nothing. Call it a modest gentleman's agreement to ensure our continued relationship.
What if we can't prove our innocence?
Then I will be unable to restrain the military. I will be ousted, and they will seek their revenge.
A nuclear attack on the United States?
Yup.
I leave the disposal of this situation entirely to your discretion, Mr. President.
Disposal?
If you fail, it will mean the beginning of a new world war.
To put it simply, in order to avoid a full-scale nuclear conflict, we have to prove that America was not involved in that explosion.
And eliminating the Boss ourselves will prove America's innocence?
Right. The higher-ups have decided that you're the only one capable of pulling this off.
Even though we're crippled.
You were her last apprentice. Screw this one up, and we'll both be 6 feet under. There's no choice.
There's really no one else.
Are the Russians going to be helping us?
You KGB has promised to lend us one of their communications satellites so that you and I can talk to each other.
Oh, hello?
That's it?
They've also put us in touch with a couple of insiders.
Nice taste, Snake?
There was a defection in September 1960.
Didn't know that was there.
Do you remember it?
You mean the two NSA codebreakers who went over to the Soviet Union?
Precisely.
I think that was an incident that actually happened.
Been training with the KGB for exactly this kind of situation. Their code names are Adam and Eva. I've been told that Adam has infiltrated Volgin's ranks. I've also arranged for him to provide you with an escape route. You'll need to rendezvous with him when you get there.
There's not much I can do about it now, but Flash, I'd rather you not post spoilers.
Control. Unidentified aircraft detected. Altitude 30,000 feet. It's fast.
Like, granted, I'm not sure how I feel about leaving all these cutscenes in now that I think about it.
About to lose it.
I mean, I'm not talking as much as I probably should. And heck, during Kingdom Hearts 2, I skipped all of them. I don't know, I just felt like it could have been a different case since this was Metal Gear Solid and it's much more cutscene heavy, but I don't know how I feel about leaving these in. Don't feel like it just bogged things down.
This is Snake. Do you read me?
Loud and clear. Glad to see you landed safely.
Hell with it, I'm skipping these. It's basically just saying go to where we found Sokolov to meet up with Adam, and there's some password, and yeah. Man, I'm bad at explaining things. We got the fake death pill back, which is nice. Yeah, our equipment entirely resets. Okay, I have a suppressor for this, but I don't care. Oh! I don't know if I can kill butterflies. Doesn't seem like I can. Okay, anything else? No. And right, camouflage. Okay, I'm pretty certain there are other animals around here. Actually, on second thought, it's not going to be worthwhile. Going to be ending the stream soon, and when I come back to this, those animals are going to start rotting. Okay, I don't think there's anything on top of here. You know what? I am gonna empty this gun. Just to get some magazines. Not much, but something. And I'll leave the rest of the... Yeah, I'll leave the rest of the cutscenes in. And no, I don't. This is from a fresh playthrough, so no New Game Plus bonuses. The only reason why I have this face paint is because if you choose I like MGS3 at the start, then you get some extra ones. I'm pretty certain it's just the ones that represent countries' flags. Yo.
Boss.
That arm still hurt?
It looks fine.
What are you doing here?
Nice uniform. I think it looks pretty cool. And by gun. Yeah, that's why I emptied it.
Go home. Gru and my sons are waiting up ahead. You don't have a prayer of finishing your mission. You're not even armed.
And we are still gonna try. Is he? Yep.
I'm not your boss anymore. There's nothing for you here. Go home. Go back to your boss. There's no need to prove that you are virtuous here. This isn't America.
Ah, that gun. It's worth knowing that she's holding a machine gun with one hand. That's a lot harder than you may think. Like, there's a lot of recoil involved with it. Yo.
The border is 60 miles south of here. You ought to be able to run that far.
Why'd you defect?
I didn't. I'm loyal to the end, to my purpose. What about you, Jack? What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country or loyalty to me? Your country or your old mentor? The mission or your beliefs? Your duty to your unit or your personal feelings?
I do really like that dialogue there.
You don't know the truth yet. But sooner or later you'll have to choose.
And we don't do anything about that until near the end of the game.
I don't expect you to forgive me. But you can't defeat me either. You know me too well.
Oh god, this part.
Just look at that bandana. If you can't put the past behind you, you won't survive long.
Ugh.
If we meet again, I'll kill you. Now, go home.
Talk about a beatdown.
This is Snake. Major Zero.
I read you, Snake.
I was ambushed by the boss.
You were what?
The drone's been shot to hell. It's up in flames.
That's not good. Enemy scouts are going to come looking for you.
Yeah, I know. But what was the boss doing here in the first place? There's got to be a leak somewhere.
No, that's impossible. The man the boss is working with, Volgin, isn't exactly on speaking terms with Khrushchev.
I lost my gun. The boss destroyed it.
Yeah, there are
Snake,
other ways to fight.
I know how you're feeling. It's hard for me to believe, too, that a legendary hero like the boss would go over to the Russians. That she'd double-cross us like this. If that's how it is, and if you don't accept it, you'll never be able to beat her.
That's not the problem. In terms of sheer technique, I'll never be able to beat her. I know that all too well.
You've got to do it, Snake. She's your enemy and your objective.
Enemy? We were together for 10 years, and now you tell me she's my enemy?
Enough. Hurry to the factory where Adam is waiting. Scouts have probably already been sent out to investigate the explosion. You've lost your weapon, right? That means you've got no chance of winning in a battle situation. Whatever you do, don't let them see you.
Don't tell me what to do. Yes, I'm actually going to try to fight them off. Because I'm kind of a madman like that.
Paramedic.
Yeah, I don't care about paramedic. The Fox unit really isn't well developed. Okay, this playtime includes cutscenes. Jesus. It has been 20 minutes since the end of the prologue.
Okay.
Yeah, I really do regret showing all these cutscenes now, but... yeah, I feel like I should just stick with it. Oh, I do have stun grenades. There we go. Die. Yeah, unfortunately I can't crotch shot them. Gotta do this the old-fashioned way. Oh, why am I even bothering with this? Right. Oh, hello. No. Okay. Anyone gonna come through here? Oh, it is? Nice. So, is that the only guy left? Alright. Talk.
If a hand gets shot, the aim.
Mmm. Thank you. That was actually kind of useful, not gonna lie. And not too many enemies, but whatever. I won't complain. On top of that, I've already been through here, so... it kind of feels redundant needing to do this again. So I'll just do this with CQC. And let's save again. If only saving didn't take this long. Did it take this long in the PS2 version? I'm not sure. I didn't own a PS2 growing up. But PS3 just seems to be really bad in terms with load times. Come on. There we go.
Who's that?
Well.
Radio, get us some backup.
No. And you know what? I'm actually going to try to throw him off. I don't know if this will affect his death later on. But let's see. Come on. Yeah! Kicked him off. Alright, good to know. Yeah, I cannot do anything about that. Like, I'm gonna have to use a stun grenade and then run over. Is that the radio guy? No, it doesn't look like it. Go, magnet hands. Oh. Okay, he was one with the radio. And they're just standing there. Yeah, I'm gonna need to use grenades. Oh. Oh! Nice. And you know what? I forget why I had my rules, but I'll go ahead and use the current during evasion phase. There we go. Right, gotta equip stuff. Yeah, this is what I was referring to when you can spend a bit too much time in the menus. Granted, I haven't been doing it as much as I thought. Grenades are full, that's gonna change. Oh god, I just noticed how many of them there are. Die! Wow, that bridge is gonna be tough to cross. Oh, speaking of grenades. That looks so silly.
The road bridge. If you cut the road.
Okay, it's gonna take too long. That should have killed him. Ah, there's still so many guys over there. Yeah, I'm going with a stun grenade. Oh my. Never mind. Oh, Jesus. Oh boy. How is this bridge still up? They've been shooting it up pretty badly. Can you get up, Snake? I actually can't get up. Oh, there we go, good. Run. Oh, not a good time, Snake. Oh, that was close. Ah. Well, it was a valiant effort. Jesus, that's tense. Okay, let's actually get this stuff out right now. Is there another one over there? No, I'm good. Oh, the WP grenade. Does that stand for anything? It doesn't say anything. There's gotta be more enemies here. Wow. So that's the effectiveness of getting the first strike.
Who's that?
Yo.
Radio.
Where is the backup? This can't be the only guy, is it?
The radio man must have got
Oh, I already killed him. Okay. Ah, white phosphorus? Alright. I don't know if these guys wake up while you're gripping them. But whatever. I still want to see what happens if you do this. Wow. I'm pretty certain that's not actually possible. Bye. That was one of the most awkward falls I've ever seen. Unfortunately, there is no gun here this time. But there is life medicine. That is pretty good. Well, this was an interesting turn of events. This honestly looks really, really brutal if reinforcements come, because you're going to be over here on this side of the bridge and they'll be swarming this area. So that looks pretty tough if they call reinforcements, especially since you have no gun. Like, I'm honestly not sure how to handle it. Then again, I was doing decently before. I was just low on health. I don't think there's really anything of value here right now. Like, there's only one item I think we can get right now. Yep. And it's the most important item of them all. The cardboard box. Oh yeah, are there anything in these lockers? Or... I can't open these particular lockers. Some you can, some you can't. And the thermal goggles. I'm gonna try not to use those too much, but I may end up using them. I think in some cases they can be just as game-breaking as a tranquilizer, because you're able to see where all of the enemies are. But we'll see how that goes.
Sorry I'm late.
Hello.
Cut the engine. They'll hear us.
Are you the agent they sent?
Someone doesn't care about stealth.
I thought you were supposed to be a man.
Adam couldn't make it.
All right, say the password. Who are the Patriots? Who are the Patriots? Answer me.
Hello, convenient timing.
Trapped.
Get down!
Never mind, that wasn't DBZ time. Assuming she killed all of them while Snake was falling.
There is your answer.
I'd still like the password. Yo. Hi?
The name's Eva.
Of course. Of course. Oh, and it just fades to black from there. Thanks a lot, Kojima.
This wasn't part of the plan. What happened to Adam?
What's your code name?
Please don't ignore the question.
It's Snake.
Snake, huh? Well, I'm Eva. Are you here to tempt me?
I think you're tempting me.
What happened to Adam?
Colonel Volgan is a very suspicious man. He decided Adam wasn't the right person for this mission.
And you were?
Yes.
Why?
Because I can do things he can't.
Well. They're not subtle.
Codebreaker for the NSA.
I was. 4 years ago, I defected to the Soviet Union with Adam.
Mauser military. The broom handle.
It packs quite a punch. Nice to have when you're on a bike.
You held it sideways and used the muzzle jump to create a horizontal sweep. That was impressive.
Bet you've never seen that technique in the West.
It's imitation, isn't it?
Yeah.
Enjoy hearing this gun talk.
Pistol. Around here, even that's hard to come by. Don't worry, though. The one I've got for you is American-made.
.45, huh? Incredible.
Okay, let's see how long this goes.
The feeding ramp is polished to a mirror sheen. The slide's been reinforced, and the interlock with the frame is tightened for added precision. The sight system is original too. The thumb safety is extended to make it easier on the finger. A long type trigger with non-slip grooves. A ring hammer. The base of the trigger guard's been filed down for a higher grip. And not only that, nearly every part of this gun has been expertly crafted and customized.
Oh, only 27 seconds.
Where'd you get something like this?
I actually thought he was going to go on for way longer.
Munitions up, Murray. It probably used to belong to one of your officers, and there are more where that came from. You had this with you, didn't you? Better take this too.
What's that?
Oh, that's
To
right.
make you look like a scientist.
A disguise.
Yes. You're here to rescue Sokolov, right?
Sokolov's still safe then.
Yes. He's being forced to continue his work on the Shagohod.
Where?
At the lab. They've got a whole army of scientists there developing new weapons. Security is tight, but if you disguise yourself as a scientist, you might be able to sneak in.
Or we could run in like a naked madman. Yeah, let's do that.
Sokolov out of there?
We'll see, won't we?
Tell me how to get to the lab.
The safest way in is from the rear. First, you'll need to head north through the jungle. You'll come to a heliport.
My controller's actually vibrating while Snake plays with a gun.
And continue north, and there will be a large crevice. Descend into that area, and you'll reach a cave. Move through the cave, and you will arrive at a mangrove swamp. After the swamp, there'll be a warehouse. Make your way through the warehouse, and you'll come out just south of the lab.
Got it.
Everybody got that?
Just what are you doing there?
In close-range combat, a knife can sometimes be more useful than a gun. By doing this, I'll be able to hold a knife at the same time and still keep the gun steady.
That is kind of clever.
That way, I can instantly switch between a gun battle and a knife fight. Right, let's get going.
Wait a minute.
What now?
You must be tired. Why don't you take a little rest?
I'll be fine.
Yeah, no.
You'll never make it in your condition. It's a jungle out there. There's still an hour before dawn. It's dangerous to be out in the jungle at night without a guide.
Which we're gonna do anyway.
I have to get back. I can't be gone for too long. They'll start to suspect something. Don't worry. I'll keep you updated over the radio.
That's it?
My orders are to provide you with information, nothing more. You look disappointed. All right then. I'll do something special for you.
We only just met.
I'll stand watch until dawn. Now be a good boy and lie down.
Kojima, you knew exactly what you were doing.
What's the matter?
I don't know you well enough to trust you.
How well do you have to know me to trust me?
I don't know if I can trust anybody.
Hi there, Giuseppe. Unfortunately, I'm gonna be ending really soon.
Gonna get that?
I think in a couple minutes, maybe. So yeah, you came in at a bad time.
She's right, Snake. You should
I'll probably
get some
be
sleep.
here streaming tomorrow
Although
night.
In your condition, you really
Like,
ought
I
to be
think I
back in the
will.
ICU. Whenever you save the game and quit, you'll go to sleep. Sleeping allows you to gain back stamina naturally. Depending on how long you sleep, you may also recover naturally from sickness and injury. When you're tired or hurt, the best thing to do is just get some sleep. So do yourself a favor and take a nap. Doctor's orders, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Alright. Can we save? Yes. And this is where I'm gonna stop. Yeah, I'm not too certain if... I think I may want to take a close look at how the stream went overall and decide if I want to stick with cutscenes or not. Probably not. Like, granted, we're out of the cutscene heavy segment of the game, and the vast majority of the rest of it is still going to be just gameplay. For a large chunk of the game. Like, eventually we'll be back to a ton of cutscenes, but not until near the end of the game. So yeah, I think I'm going to end things here. And thank you guys for coming in. I hope you guys were entertained, and I'll see you some other time.